There was a time when flying was the height of human sophistication. The 1960s called it the jet age, and for good reason. Flying was a luxury experience. The journey was as exciting as the destination. People dressed up to fly. Passengers sipped champagne from glasses. Food was served on linen-draped tray tables. Armrests were big enough for actual arms. Fast forward to today, and you're lucky if your knees don't double as a tray table. Because flying has gone through some serious change. Flights are crowded, legroom has vanished, meals have gone extinct. But there was still one relief. There is one relief. At least you're still sitting down. Although that may not last for long, because the next frontier in budget air travel is standing seats, or more accurately, leaning perches. It's like a half-squat situation. You're neither sitting nor standing. You're hanging in the middle of the air. We hope it's not as uncomfortable as it sounds and looks. The seats are called Sky Rider 2.0. They were first unveiled in 2018, and since then the design has evolved. The latest version has met all the safety checks apparently, so it has been approved. This seat is safe enough to fly in, which is why budget airlines are now eyeing it. The question is why? How did we get here? How did we go from luxury travels to half-squatting in planes? First came the shrinking seats, then the disappearing meals, then the hidden baggage fees. The skies got crowded, the margins got thinner, and in recent years, the pressure on airlines is only intensified. Fuel prices have soared. Emissions regulations are tightening. So now the game is all about efficiency. Less weight, more passengers, maximum profit. And that's where these seats come in. The Sky Rider is being considered for short-haul flights, anything less than 2 hours. It weighs 50% less than normal seats. The maintenance is much cheaper, so chances are it can be part of planes as early as 2026, which is next year. And airlines are pitching it as an option, not a punishment. You want a cheaper ticket? Well, then you can perch. But what this semi-standing seat cannot prevent is turbulence. Turbulence in the skies. Look at this Indigo flight. On Wednesday, it was flying from New Delhi to Srinagar. It encountered massive turbulence. There are videos on social media. You can see shaking seats and passengers in distress. The flight announced an emergency. When it landed in Srinagar, it had a broken nose. The aircraft's nose suffered damage. And this is not an isolated incident, although it's quite dramatic. In the last 4 decades, severe turbulence has gone up significantly. It's up by almost 55%. And scientists say this is because of climate change. Warmer air from emissions is changing how jet streams work. So plane rides will become more bumpy. Turbulence is also terrible for airlines. Every year it costs the airline industry up to $500 million. So when airlines tell us that standing seats are safe, you will have to forgive us for taking it with a pinch of salt. Sure, there's a seat belt. Sure, it's passed inspections. But what happens when the plane starts shaking? The contrast is both stark and unsettling. On one hand, airlines are pushing us upright to save space and money. On the other, skies are getting rowdier. There's a kind of poetic misalignment here. Like less lifeboats on a ship headed towards stormy waters. Is this the future we asked for? Airlines can argue that this is about consumer choices, that if people want to fly, it is their choice, and I agree it is. But that does not change the paradox of modern air travel. We are flying faster and further. We are flying more than ever before, yet the experience cannot be more primitive. So buckle up, or maybe don't. Just hold on tight to that pole. Either way, it's going to be a bumpy ride.